Hi guys, miss you. Hope everyone's doing well. We are going to be talking about a new topic this week, the imperialism era of 1800 through 1914. So, we've discussed the significant changes the Industrial Revolution brought to society. New economic systems emerged as governments decided which system most supported the development of their country. Well, more and more countries began to grow and make money, and a new era began, known as imperialism, as countries from around the world raced to find new resources and gain power. We're going to look at how countries like England, France, Germany, and the United States changed the world economically, socially, and politically. What country does the man in this political cartoon represent? And what do you think he wants? When we think about imperialism, we think about a country that is strong, that controls weaker nations in order to gain resources. Think of it like this: a bully. Bullies pick on weaker students, just like stronger nations take advantage of the weaker nations. Why did European nations like England and Germany and France look to Africa, Latin America, and Asia as sources for raw materials? Well, there are three main motives for imperialism: economic, political, and social. Social can be broken up into two pieces: religious and ideological. As you can see in this picture here, you have England and they're grabbing all of the other countries around the world. Perfect representation of imperialism. Motive number one: economic. When we think about imperialism, the purpose is to gain profits in your country. So, Europeans used slave labor in its colonies to collect the raw materials, such as cotton and metals, and they used those raw materials in the factories which produced goods. Then the Europeans sold those finished goods back to those overseas markets in the colonies. What economic system does imperialism support? Motive number two: political. If you have a lot of overseas colonies, that shows that you have power or clout. More colonies equals more wealth. Increased competition with other countries causes nationalism, which is pride in your country. So when you're gaining new territory, that is going to allow you to have more influence, and more territories helps your political power. Take a look at the political cartoon to help you answer: why would having more colonies boost nationalism? Motive three: religion, which falls under the category of social. As you know, Christianity is a major faith that has existed for a very long time in European history. Many Christian missionaries believed it was their duty to spread Christianity to the rest of the world, converting native peoples. They believed that the values of Christianity and the morals needed to be spread by educating people of other cultures, and they considered other people of other cultures uncivilized. They set up churches and schools and hospitals in efforts to spread the Christian religion. How would spreading Christianity support imperialism? Lastly, social Darwinism, which falls under social. Social Darwinism is the concept of survival of the fittest. This is Charles Darwin's theory of evolution, which says an animal that is the strongest is the one that is meant to survive. When European countries went to imperialize, They used this theory to prove that whites were superior to other races. This is the formation of racism. Also aligned with this is the idea that it is the Europeans' job to quote unquote civilize people of other parts of the world. So if they were not European, then they were not civilized. This is what they called the white man's burden. Many Europeans believed that other regions were inferior and needed to be taught how to dress, how to use utensils, how to think. Check out the picture to the right and answer what you think the white man's burden means. Here is a quick video associated with the white man's burden. Hopefully you can see the ideology that is surrounding the concept of the white man's burden. So, when we think about imperialism, Europeans ended up controlling multiple colonies in Africa, India, and China, while the United States influenced Latin America and Japan. We are going to spend time looking at each one of these regions and understanding the impact of imperialism. The next step will be for you to look at some phrases and make a determination on whether they are economic, social, or political. All right. Thanks for listening.